In this tutorial, we are going to use what we have learned about for loops and the range command in order to fix the output to match what we expect. We're going to do this by creating a series of nursery rhymes using our Python role-playing game code we have learned so far. We're going to start with 3A, and we start with 3 blind mice. You'll notice that at the moment our code is producing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blind mice, which are numbered 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're not quite getting the nursery rhyme that we expect. We expect 3 blind mice. Now there are 2 ways we can go about fixing this. Notice this starts at 0, so we probably could add 1 to this, and then each blind mouse will be higher. And then the range of 5 is too many, so we could make it down to a range of 3. And that's a perfectly valid way of fixing things. So we're going to say range 3, and then we're going to make it print mouse plus 1. Let's have a look at that in our actual code. So I've opened PyRPG 3A, introducing counted loops, and you can see the code that I have here. If I run the code, there's a lot of stuff that is scrolling down, but at the top we have our blind mice. And I can say here, print mouse plus 1. So instead of starting counting at 0, it will then start counting at 1. And now I get 1 blind mouse, 2 blind mice, up to 5 blind mice. So that's too many. So really, I want to make this down to a range of 3. And now, 1 blind mouse, 2 blind mice, 3 blind mice, see how they run. So that's one way we could fix the code. A better way to fix it, if I undo my changes there, is to actually start where we mean to in our range command. So we want to start at 1 blind mouse, and then we want to go up to 3 blind mice. So if I put 3 in here now, 1 to 3, and run it, you'll see that I only get 1 and 2, because remember that the range command doesn't quite get to the final value. So really that has to be larger. It has to be 1 to 4 in order to get 1, 2, 3 blind mice. Let's have a look then at how we would fix the 5 little ducks. I'm having problems in swapping, so let me go back here. All right, so the code for 5 little ducks. 5 little ducks went swimming one day. What we are going to do is fix the code in here so that we print what we need. So add the codes to make 5 little ducks appear. At the moment it just says print duck, and you can see duck appears once here. Okay, so to make 5 ducks appear, we have to repeat the printing 5 times. We say for quack in range, and to make something appear 5 times, we can just say range 5. Now you'll notice when we have a for loop, we always put a colon on the end, and then the code that comes after it is indented. So when I put my for loop here, I put a colon in. If I try to run this, I will get an indentation error, expected an indented block after for on line 12. So this line here, after the colon, needs to be moved in. And you should do that using the tab key, which is above caps lock, rather than spaces. I could press the space bar a few times, but that causes problems. So what I should really do is to press the tab key, and that moves it in by a set amount. Notice also that if I put the colon and press enter, it automatically moves it into that same space. So if I try running this now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little ducks went swimming one day. Let's have a look now at our next nursery rhyme. So we have the old classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. So to get 1 to 5, we need to have a loop that starts at 1 and doesn't quite get to 6. Then we print once I caught a fish alive. Then to go from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we start at 6 and we don't quite get to 11. So back to our code and let's see if we can implement that. So I need to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to start with. So I'm going to make a loop for, and these are the low numbers, so for low in range, and I want to start at 1 and I want to go up to 5. But I know that it will never quite get to the last number, so I put in 1 to 6. And then we want to print that number, so we want to print low. And then we want to keep it on the same line, so we say end equals, and we're just going to make it a dash inside our speech marks. So each number will be separated by a dash. Let's see what we've got so far. So after our ducks, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. And then I let it go again. So we need to do the same kind of thing between line 20 and 22. So I want to say for high numbers, for high in range, and I start at 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I don't quite get to 11. So if I want 10 in there, I put 11, which I'll never quite reach. So if I do that, and then I indent my code here, and try to run that, you'll see that I got a syntax error. It expected a colon on line 21. So remember that when we make a for loop, we declare the range, and we put a colon in that marks the start of the block that will be repeated. Okay, do we actually want to print then I let it go again that many times? No, we don't. What we wanted to print was, we want to print high, and then the end should be a dash. And so when I say then I let it go again, I want it to be after the repeated parts, so that must be outdented to the end. Let's just have a look at what happens if I leave it in there. If I run that, you can see it says 6, then I let it go, 7, then I let it go, 8, then I let it go. That's not what we're looking for. So this here is not what we're looking for. So what I want to do there is to outdent this block of code so that it happens after the for loop. And if we run this now, you can see that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. So to tidy this up, I'm just going to add a couple of /n to the end to leave a gap before we go into the next nursery rhyme. And you can see now that is standing alone as its own code. Okay, so we're going to move on and we're going to have a look at 369, the goose drank wine. So let's just have a look at what we're looking for. So 369, the goose drank wine. The monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line, I believe is how it goes after that. We just want the 369 part of this. All right, so how do we get 369? Well, we are starting with a range of 3 and 10. Let's just go back to the code here. All right, so if I say for goose in range 3 to 10, it goes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and doesn't quite get to 10. Well, we don't want every number in between. We just want 3, 6, 9. How do we achieve that? We would do it with a step of 3. If I put comma 3 on the end here, I start at 3, I go up to but don't quite get to 10, and I go up in blocks of 3 at a time. So if I run that code, we've then got 3, 6, 9, the goose drank wine. That was quite an easy one to fix, but the step is quite useful in certain situations. Okay, next up, we have a countdown of sorts and pop and bang. So let's have a look at where that's coming from. Oh, just before we do, we could have used a little bit of arithmetic to fix the problem in that last example, but I think our step version was a much better way to deal with things. But if you have a look at this code here, you can see there was another way. There's often quite more than one way to tackle a problem when we're dealing with programming. Okay, 10 fat sausages sizzling in a pan. So we want to count down 10, 8, 6. So one went pop, one went bang. We lose 2 each time. So how are we going to deal with that? We can go for a simple solution where we use the sausages with a countdown of 2. And then if we wanted the full thing, we could make this slightly better version where it does the chorus. You can see that we have some repetition. 6 fat sausages sizzling in a pan, 1, 2, 3 times before we then go on to the next part. So let's have a look at that on our actual code. So we've got the sausages counting down, but what we need to do is to put some extra printing in here. So we want sausages and then end equals fat sausages sizzling in a pan, and maybe a /n on the end. And if we run that, we get 10 fat sausages sizzling in a pan. Oh, one went pop, one went bang. So our pops and bangs at the moment are happening after the loop. So here's our loop. The indented code gets repeated. The bit afterwards does not. It only happens once after the loop's finished. So what we want to do is to move this statement in here so that it's part of what gets repeated. And then if we run that, you can see 10 fat sausages sizzling in a pan, 1 went pop and 1 went bang. 8 fat sausages sizzling in a pan, 1 went pop and 1 went bang. Okay, so we're getting the gist of the rhyme here. We could obviously improve this. What we could say is we could print sausages and then end equals just a space. So I'm going to put a space there. And then we can say for verse in range 3. So inside our loop, we're going to make another loop. And inside that loop, we print fat sausages sizzling in a pan. And we can take that /n off now because the print here will do its own line. And I need to make sure that this print here closes its bracket there. So now we get 10 fat sausages sizzling in a pan. Oh, I need to have the whole thing inside. So I want the number of fat sausages to be part of the loop. So I'm going to take this line here and I'm going to move it inside this loop. And because it's inside the loop, I have to indent it. So if I run that, we now get 10 fat sausages